All right, so after you get your uh, wire and harness all sorted out and your firmware was updated, it'll give you the installation guide. And like I said, there's them two clips right behind that radio that's behind the uh, climate controls there. The one without the screen, those two clips are right there. And then the OBD2 port, you know where that one is. That's over by the brake. So basically, those wires have a bunch of harnesses that come off and go down into the Maestro module, right there. So there's a ton of wires. That big mess of wires, like that big harness, 60% of them go right to that Maestro, and they're all harnessed already, right? And then there's only a few left that are unharnessed and they're pre-stripped. So, and they all match, the speaker wires match up with the main harness on the back of the Kenwood. I'm assuming it's the same with the other ones. Same thing with the ground, the remote, and the power, right? So you just take the harness, right? I took that, the module, the FO2 harness, and that harness off the back of my Kenwood, put them on the table, and sat there with this diagram in front of me and just put those together, cold shrinked them, line by line. It only took a couple minutes. Ran my OBD2 port, ran all those ones into my Maestro, tucked everything back in like you saw it, you know, plugged my backup cam in, did exactly what this thing said. Tucked it in. That's what you're looking at. I tried so many different firmwares trying to get different things to work, and some of them didn't even make the head unit work. Some of them gave them power, but it wouldn't turn on. So it's like not all the Ford stuff is the same, right? So, and I called these guys today, and a guy named Bill called. It sounded like he was in a shop down there. And it was like level 2 installation support or something. And so, he's just like, the engineers are working on it. It just came out, They haven't really been sold them in the States that much. And it's quite a bit different than the one that was in Australia. And so they really had nothing to go off of. So he don't know how long it's going to be, and I don't either. So that'll work itself out. So, everything works now except for the gauges part, which is kind of like an aftermarket thing. So I think I'm going to get the reverse camera working with this other harness because I got it queuing up. But so that's all you got to do, really, is splice all them couple of wires together. You're basically splicing your speaker, your power, and your remote. And then everything else is harnessed nice and sexy. That's a rat nest right now because I'm not done. That's not dressed in. I'm still messing with stuff, but I'm working. And I'm going to have that fascia unit, so everything will be tied in really nice, So it works. It's got a future. They're only going to make it better. I don't see Sync 3 units with GPS, DVD, Bluetooth, Sirius XM, HD radio, MHL, Miracast, Android CarPlay, Google CarPlay, which sucks compared to mirroring your phone, by the way. It's just hands down so much better. All the interfaces are better, they're cooler, they're more up to date, there's more options with colors, and it's awesome. There's no reason not to own one. They kind of make it a pain in the butt to install them, so you gotta go, but then on newer vehicles it's tough because they always don't come out with stuff, but I'm not putting up with that. I gotta put a keyring on this thing anyways, and I had to put the cover on the engine, so Ford's already making me do work, so they can kiss my ass. So, yeah, so you just order up that fascia kit, And it'll look just like an XLT or Lariat trim around the outside of your radio. You know, run the cables like I said. Use the 7mm to take off them screws. Take the trim pieces off. Drop these two pieces with the 12 volts first. Pull this out. Remove the top piece. Reinstall this piece. Bring those 12 volts back up. Start putting your other stuff back on. Put this in. So I mean, that's where I'm at really. That's you know, I could have that all bolted in, but I'm just gonna take it out again. So, you know. There's bolts right back there. 2 and 2. So once that other piece comes, I'm going to slide the double din back, bolt it here, bring it up. I'll have it nice and centered in at that point. We'll do our positioning, so to speak. So I mean, these parts just, you know, snap back right back in place like you put them in. It's really that simple. Those white things are actually pretty tough. You can yank on them pretty good, as you see there. Because you probably put them back in the wrong order a few times, just like I did. Just line up the holes, pop her back in. Easy, 1, 2, 3. Good. And the coup de grace. Nice and tough. I'm going to get that end piece in first on this one. And then bring it down. Once you get it in, it's kind of like a sealing peel, you know. So when you're pulling it up, you kind of yank it from this side. That's it. Once I get my fascia piece, it'll look just like the XLT or the Lariat. And you know, got a lot more bells and whistles than the Sync 3. Don't cost that much. They got big dick baller ones for like $1,000 now, but $600 will get you a solid one of these things all day. And it's like having a piece. It's like PC versus console. So when you have like a Ford Sync or some company's thing in your car, you basically have a console. And when you buy one of these and put it in your car, you have like the best gaming rig you can possibly buy. So that's pretty much how I compare it. And why more companies don't have like deals with companies like this blows my mind. So, you know, there it is. Like I said, I got that other harness coming tomorrow's. That hooks into the harness that goes into the back of the display unit, which was the only one that was untapped. which is by coincidence one for something to hook up multiple cameras to the car. So that's where the cameras are on that harness. So I'm going to tap them with that harness because it fits perfectly and it's got the snap, and I don't want to cut them and splice them. And once I get the reverse camera working and get them steering controls over there, because I'm pretty sure they're up here too, I should be good to go. And I'll solder everything down and cold shrink it and put the Maestro in a spot nice where I can pull it and give it that firmware upgrade when it needs it. So, yay. Go out, check out some videos on that Maestro in the iData link and what what some of the different things are as far as what it gives you extra on your car. I mean, it just gives you taps into all the computer data, and depending on which head unit you have, lets you have fun with it. And I mean, just having different gauges is really nice too. You can see temperature and things like that. Just shit that really cars, but the data's still there. Like the car's reading it, they just don't show it to you. So it's not fair. You know, we should be able to look at our data on our cars. You know, and that's a whole other thing with this like tracking and all that crap. So, you know, I'm not a big fan of letting some big company go sell my data after I just bought a truck off them. You know, that's not cool. I mean, what's up with like Easy Rider, right? I'm supposed to be free, you know, America, it's the truck, yeah. You know, like, and you're gonna like go pimp my metadata. That's nice. So yeah, we'll yank yours right out of mine. I'm sure there's another one in this truck hidden somewheres that I don't know about. But we'll just put my own in there. At least Kenwood. We'll let Kenwood sell my stuff because they gave me a way sweeter head unit for way less price.